Here's what's on the menu for today. Oh, and welcome to Delilah's Everyday Soul.
I want to have today.
She got on my nerves so bad. When you
know. So it's this kind of thing, like the platter I'm going to post later for you that I did yesterday.
Oh, you're going to post it?
No, you're going to post it. Okay? Party time is on. Why'd you have to tell me that? When I tell you it was so good, I thought I was going to kill myself.
I didn't say how old she was going to be. I just said it's a big birthday. She's forever 21. You hear her? She's coming down. That made her come down the steps.
Pull up. Pull up.
That made her come down the steps.
Pull up. Now you're going into dangerous territory. Good morning,
I didn't say,
everyone.
I said you have a big birthday coming up.
Look, every birthday is big for me.
So, you know my mom is like known for her macaroni and cheese.
Oprah's best macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
7 cheese macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
But we're going to do
Go ahead and drink that coffee.
But we're going to do something
Drink
different
that coffee. Okay, so my mom is doing a vegan version of macaroni and cheese today. And this should be interesting. So from what I've never had her version. And so, but it should taste close, similar to the traditional version. But there are two things.
No, it does not taste close to my macaroni
You don't
and
think
cheese.
so?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a whole different macaroni and cheese. There are many macaroni and cheeses. It's a whole different one. It's vegan.
It's vegan. Okay.
It's vegan. So that means no dairy,
No dairy.
no eggs,
No eggs.
no butter,
No butter.
No milk.
Lord. I'm dying.
gluten-free elbow macaroni. Listen. But it is
Gluten-free
good.
elbow Oh, perfect.
Gluten-free.
Okay.
And so, but it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
We didn't officially say good morning.
I said good morning when I came down here.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Delilah's Everyday Soul.
And I am,
Delilah.
you don't know who you are, and I'm Delilah.
So that was a long intro, right? Long intro.
For all of you
I'm
guys
two and a
who don't follow a vegan diet, this is a great macaroni and cheese when you want to cut down your cholesterol, you want to cut down that dairy. So every so often, we need to focus on those things because it's good for your everyday health. Everybody makes gluten-free products because it has become a real dietary concern in the American diet. So everyone makes it. I just removed the plate on the cashews because they've been soaking in hot water, which we're gonna grind them down, but that was just to soften them up some. But it gives you that little bit of crunch. How sometimes people add a little breadcrumbs that gives you the little crunch on your macaroni. You can get that from this. And you also want to create a little creaminess, so that's why you need the cashews. And this is cashew milk, unsweetened. It's very important.
Taking this
macaroni and cheese is not to be sweet.
and making that.
Okay, yes. All right, but this is a store-bought cashew milk. This is cashews being soaked in hot water so that it is going to actually create this, but it's going to have a crunch to it. And I want that. And this is your gluten-free macaroni. But I wanted to show you, look how yellowy, fine. This is elbow, but it doesn't look like regular elbow because, you know, the regular elbow is very thick.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks
This is
thinner.
very thin, and it's very white from the gluten. And this is, you can see, not white at all. It's actually a yellow. All right, a golden, kind of golden color.
Yes, Erica. Unsalted cashew.
Unsalted, and the cashews are raw.
Raw.
Not roasted. That's very important. They are raw, which is usually in the produce section of your supermarket. It will not be in the baking section. It will not be in the nut section. It's in the produce section of the supermarket because they are raw nuts. Raw, okay? And they're not nuts, but they call them cashew nuts. What are we doing here? What are they doing? So, we got the water going. I'm going to drop in a little salt. I'm going to drop in a little olive oil because I've got my water going. This will cook a lot faster than, and you see how when you add the salt, that water like even just rolled up a little harder? That's what the salt, that gets it, that boil, that rolling boil going on. Just a little olive oil that's part of cooking pasta, keeps it from sticking and clunking. This won't clunk as much anyway because it does not have in it all of that gluten of regular pasta. So I put it in, I stir it. We're gonna wait, I give it about 7 to 10 minutes. It's going to be done. Al dente. We do not want to overcook the pasta ever. Okay? Because it will get mushy and fall apart as you're mixing and blending. So now let's go over ingredients. Looks like a lot is on the table here, but you know if I'm going to make macaroni and cheese, not like my 7 cheese macaroni and cheese that won the best on the Oprah Winfrey show, not that one, but I still have to use a lot of variety of cheese, and they're all vegan, okay? They're all vegan. So this is a vegan mozzarella, which is going to give you a little binding and stringing that vegan gives you. This is a vegan cream cheese. Creamy, is gonna cream it up. Can't do the Velveeta thing, but Velveeta is not really cheese. But I was not putting its process, so we're not going down that road today. Okay, this is a vegan parm, all right?
Which is Parmesan.
Parmesan, which is very crumbly, mealy. This is nutritional yeast that we were talking about. I've got to do popcorn. I think popcorn will have to be next year. Automatically. Delilah likes.
I love popcorn.
Look, she got me going. A little cayenne pepper just to give it some little like extra little flavor. Paprika. Again, paprika just gives you a little smoky flavor. Salt, granulated onion, black pepper. And on the back side, we have, this is feta. It is a vegan feta, all right? Traditionally, we've talked about goat milk fetas, but this is a vegan product. Parsley, I'm just gonna chop in a little fresh parsley. That's just allowing, okay? And we're back to our cashews. Listen, food is to be played with and enjoyed. Play with it, have a good time. But when it comes to something like those cashews, we need to process them down to a creamy consistency. And whenever you use any kind of blender, grinder, you do need some liquid. If you do not have liquid, you will burn the equipment out. It needs liquid in order to keep that blade rolling. All right, so here we go. Voila, look. So this is your creaminess that you're going for. All right, so that looks pretty good to me. And you see here, we still have that little crunch left in it. You want to take it down a little more, you can take it down a little more. It ain't the end of the day. It's not like it's going to make a difference. And I will say to you, with the oat milk that's totally liquefied, so this is where you get that cream from, or your milk that you would not have had. Let me check on our little pasta over here. Look at that. I think that's done. Take one out, let it sit and cool. It's coming out of boiling water. It's okay, we don't want to burn the root of our mouth or the tongue because that's the worst burn in the world. I think any other burn I can deal with except for that one. Now I made it worse.
So my mom is sitting here biting. I'm not gonna tell you what she.
Yeah, we're about there. I give it a couple minutes.
Water spots or something on the.
Yeah, something on there. It's getting on my nerves. So, anywho, couple minutes and we're good on that. We got our colander, strainer, whatever you want it to be for you. What is so funny?
I noticed. I was hoping nobody else knew.
What?
I don't know. She was moving slow. That's why.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You don't
did-
have any shoes on.
Yeah, well, this is what happened. It's a story why I don't have no shoes. And I think they're in the garage. So Jason sets up these lights. And then after he sets up these lights,
Only Bridget would know.
I can't go in and out the garage. And I do believe my little flat little play around sneakers that I like to just slip my foot in, I think they're in the garage, so I couldn't, listen. So it's socks today. It's okay. We're gonna make it. I can assure you that pasta is done based on the piece that I tested. I just wanted it to go 1 or 2 minutes longer. This is what we got. Looks good, right? See how white it got? And it looks good. It's still in its shape. Not falling apart. How about that? That means el dente. Done.
You never know what you'll get on the Delilah show.
What is the problem? I mean, I don't understand. What's the problem? Because I don't have shoes on? It's okay. I don't have to wear shoes every day. You know? This is everyday Delilah.
Right.
You don't know.
Mother said you're promoting the sock line.
Really? These socks are great socks, actually. And thank you, Muffet. Absolutely. They're great for your feet. They energize your feet.
Oh, look.
So, yeah, and I get them from the health food store. So go figure that. The socks even come from the health food store. Go figure that. So I'm running cold water over my pasta. I'm running cold water over the pasta to take the heat out of it. You could also put it in a cold ice bath. It's not that much pasta for me to be that concerned about it. So I can just run cold water over it and it's going to be absolutely fine. All right? Just to take the heat out, because as long as the heat is in, it continues to cook. And we want to stop the cooking process. I'm going to let that drain. Beautiful. Look, no break. Toss, tip.
It did change right up.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect job, Delilah. Good job. Good job.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Delilah. Okay, here we go. Let me get all of my little cashew mixture out of here. And, I'm just using a wood spatula.
So, Mom, how long do you soak the cashews in the water?
Okay, so you can either do it overnight or you can boil some water. I boiled water. And they've been soaking about a good hour and a half. Just so they soften up a little bit. And you see they soften up because they're raw. That's why you don't want to roast it. Because when you roast them, they get hard. All right, I'm just going to start to add my cheeses. And the mozzarella, you see, was the most prevalent out
Which
of
is
all.
about how much mozzarella?
That was a heavy cup, and I might put some more. The Parmesan was half of the mozzarella. The nutritional yeast was half of the mozzarella. Hold that.
So
this one I'm just breaking, crumbling, because it's feta, and feta was just like a quarter of it. Because feta kind of has a strong little flavor to it. I don't want too much of the feta. I just, it's good for it to be, dispersed a little bit through it. So I don't want too much. That was just about a quarter of the other ones. And of course, yes, I'm using my hands. Let's not freak out over that either. But I did wash them. You saw me wash them just before I started. I washed them. I did. But this is how I cook at home. So this is what you're getting. If I was cooking commercially for people, we'd have gloves on. Cayenne pepper, this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. Not much. Cayenne pepper is hot. Paprika, that was 2 tablespoons. This is two teaspoons. Two teaspoons, not tablespoons. No. All right. Salt, that was 2 teaspoons, but I'm not going to put all that in yet. All right. Onion powder, 1 teaspoon. Black pepper, and I'm not going to put all this. 1 teaspoon. So I'm really going to go with a half first. Now, our cashews were a cup. No, it was 2 cups and a cup and a half of water, hot water. Okay? And I'm not going to put it all in. Now they're freaking out. Oh, doesn't it smell like macaroni? It smells like macaroni.
So
see
good.
that?
That's between the nutritional yeast and...
Smells like macaroni and cheese.
Smells good.
Smells great. So this is, see how creamy that is? So the difference with a vegan macaroni and cheese, the dairy is gone. A lot of these cheeses, though, have a gluten-free rice component in them. That's what helps to create it. They also have oil. So, and see how it's creaming together? There was no egg whatsoever. You got that? Look at that.
And you can hear the moisture.
It's getting sticky and gooey like macaroni and cheese. I love it. So now I'm going to tell you the difference. We're going to put this back in a pot and heat it on top of this stove.
Oh.
So this is like a stovetop macaroni and cheese, as of creamy, as opposed to putting it in the oven and baking it. You could put it in the oven and bake it, but it won't be like when you bake macaroni and cheese with eggs and milk, and it has to sit in there based on your casserole dish size for 40 minutes to 60 minutes, 325, 350 degree oven. We're basically heating this on top, and it will be a creamy macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
So everybody's going to get a good old surprise today. I don't even think I need the oat milk. The cashews were fine. I wanted that milk just in case I needed some moisture, but I don't need it. I don't need it at all. Now, this is dairy free, even if this had a raw egg in it. I would still taste it. So, I know a lot of people won't, but I like to taste things before I complete it. I'm going to taste this to make sure that I don't need to add any additional cheeses, and it's to my liking at this point.
Seasoning.
And seasoning, yes. That looks good.
Yeah, and
wow.
It does smell really good.
That looks great. I am loving this. So for all of you guys who want to do something a little bit different sometime, this would be a perfect alternative.
Mr. Lloyd said he wants you to make him some.
I know he does. I know you do. Yes, sir.
All right.
I like her. got a little high medium heat. I want to get that hot. I'm just putting a little bit of oil in the bottom because I don't want it to stick until it starts. So while the pan is getting hot. So I want a little bit of oil in there, and then I'm going to drop this in. I'm going to stir it to heat it up really nicely. So she second guesses me all the time. We have these conversations all the time. All the time. Jason is the referee.
All the time.
Poor thing. Dead in the middle. He's about ready to divorce her and me.
No.
Like, I'm about sick of both of y'all.
Right, that's the problem. You think you married to him too.
Now listen, he's the only one I can ever get any sense out of. What do you want me to do? Got me struggling all the time. I'm like, okay, let me call Jason. I'm gonna put an end to this right now. Cause crazy that went completely crazy. Completely, don't break that. So, all right, we're putting this in. So you can tell our pan is hot. You hear the sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. So now I know that's hot. This is where I'm going to put a little bit of that liquid almond milk because I don't want it to dry out.
So, Mom, is that almond milk or cashew?
I mean cashew milk.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It is cashew because I don't want it sweet. So it's important when you're using those vegan products that you understand the different milks and the flavor profile, because they all have a little bit different flavor profile. Something like macaroni and cheese, you do not want it to be sweet. Okay? So almond milk, you don't want to use because it's going to have a sweet taste to it. Okay? So this is cashew milk. So we've got that. I'm turning it down on low. You guys can even catch the steam, but there's a little steam coming up off of there. But we're going to close that up. Let that just cook on top. And we're ready. I'm going to just trim a little parsley to garnish with.
So, Mom, there's a comment that in another recipe, someone used cashew yogurt.
Yeah, that's still a cream. Yep, yogurt will do it. I didn't use yogurt or sour cream because they tend to have a little sour taste to them. And what I don't want to do ever is add sugar. So you see how this is creamed up? It's a total macaroni and cheese consistency. Totally 100%.
And then mozzarella did make it stringy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I hope you guys can hear it too, because you can hear the moisture in it. So it's not dried up and all. I think a lot of times when people think vegan,
they think no flavor
no
more than
flavor.
anything.
Right. Yep.
Oh, it doesn't have any flavor. It's vegan.
Yeah.
So some other things that you could do with this, you could have put some tomato. You know how some people like tomato?
Yep.
I would put fresh tomatoes, but I would put them in the oven, roast them to blister them out a little, or saute them on top in a pan to blister them. Blistering them means they start to break down and the skin starts to pop a little bit. And then I would just fold that in or garnish on top when I'm ready to eat it. You do feel it.
And this, I mean, it yielded a lot.
It's enough for a family of 4 to 6
4?
people. Yeah, at least 4.
Not 6 in my house.
Well,
Maybe 4.
Jaden's going to eat his share of 2 people. So,
Yes, Eric. So Erica says she's going to make this for her daughter and not tell her that it's vegan.
see the steam? Yup, not
Yep.
tell.
She won't even notice.
They won't know. They won't know.
That's like what people were saying about the rabbit. They ate it and
Didn't even know. The kids won't know. It's all in what you tell them.
Good. It looks good.
It's all in what you tell them.
Sheesh, that smells good too.
So, we have come to another Bon Appetit moment. Yes. Thank you very much for tuning in to Delilah's Everyday Soul, and where we chat on Tuesday, Delilah and I.
Oh yeah. So
And on Saturday I cook, and next week, no, I'm making popcorn.
okay, so next Saturday is popcorn. It's
That's
good.
actually good.
Okay. And so Jason joined my mom last
Good.
Tuesday. And so Mom, Jason will have to join you again this coming Tuesday.
So look, we're gonna get rid of Delilah. Just forget about it. Cut her out. What's the problem now? Let's hear
I
this
have a
story.
work commitment.
Work commitment.
It's the end of the school year.
That is good because you get a little bit of the pepper, the cayenne pepper, on the backside. The pasta, or gluten-free pasta, very thin. You don't get that thick. It's almost like a fresh pasta. So if you've ever used fresh pasta as opposed to the dry pasta, it's a little lighter, a little thinner. And this actually gives you kind of that flavor. Now, I know when we go off, and I probably will let Delilah post it that way, I'll let her take these pictures, but I think I'm gonna blister out some tomatoes
Oh, and
and put on it. It will add nice little coloring to it. So guys, thank you again.
everybody said
Make
they
sure
enjoyed Jason.
to subscribe to YouTube and tune into our YouTube channel, network, whatever the heck they call it.
Oh Lord, YouTube channel.
Channel, okay? And thank you for doing that because it is growing. So I'm trying to get to a certain number and you're helping me get there.
Oh goodness. Everyone
Bye.
enjoy this fabulous weather.
Beautiful. And I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. It is gorgeous here. Thank you very much.
Yes, Adrian, I'll let her know. All right, guys.
What's that?
See ya. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Yep, right there. Go ahead and subscribe, and be sure to tell a friend. See you next time.